So we brought our new baby home a week ago. Hey guys! Finally, I'm filming the video that I promised, telling you what's been going on in the background. If you've been watching my vlogs lately, I have been pretty stressed out and super busy and just kind of not really able to vlog properly. It was just something I couldn't deal with, and I told you I would tell you later what's been going on and why I haven't been able to deal with vlogging and my life at the moment. So this is what's been going on. Grant and I have bought a business. Ta-da, that's the news. It's been all consuming for the last 6 weeks or so. It's been a big deal trying to get everything lined up, do all of our due diligence, get everything sorted, and to purchase this business, which I'll tell you about in a minute. Honestly, every single time I thought I cannot possibly have to fill in or sign another form, there were more forms. We've been dealing with the bank, the solicitor, the accountant, the registered valuers, the builder, anyone you can think of. We've been dealing with them and people that they work with and the vendor and everybody, and finally everything was signed, sealed, not delivered. Last week Thursday we drove up to Auckland and we drove back on the Friday. So on the Thursday and Friday we traveled there, we packed up all of the stock, packed up the shelves, went through the final stock take with the vendor, and we did all of the training and the last of the packing up. This video, by the way, is going to be a bit of a hodgepodge. My mind is all over the place still, and I kind of don't have a chronological order to tell you what's been going on, so I'm just gonna like bleh all of my thoughts and what's been happening in the background and what we've done. So I guess chronologically I would start in the beginning when we made a decision to buy a business. So it's something that Grant and I have been wanting to do for years, like literally years, and we just haven't really, well, I want to say we haven't found the right thing. We were looking, but we weren't like seriously looking. So we've been kind of toying with the idea of buying a business with the view to growing it for our family and having a family income. But we didn't know what sector we wanted. We didn't know what we kind of wanted to buy, except that we wanted it to be an established successful business that we could take over and keep running, and we wanted it to have growth opportunity and an opportunity for us to be creative in it. So we've had like a search out on Trade Me and been looking at what's been coming in, and there's just been nothing suitable. And then a couple months ago Grant and I looked at each other and we were like, now the time is now. And I said to him, we need to get serious. We need to contact business brokers, because I'm sure there are businesses becoming available. Someone's going to a broker saying, I want to sell my business, and he's saying, I have a buyer waiting for you. It's not even reaching Trade Me. Like, we need to get serious. We need to properly look now for a business, because we both just felt like the time was right. Now's the time to do it. And almost straight away the business that we bought became available on Trade Me, and Grant sent me an email saying, what do you think of this? And I was so excited from the beginning. So it's an online store called Rebalance. The website is rebalance.co.nz. I will link it down below. And we sell organic and natural beauty and health and household products. And I love the products, and I'm so excited about growing the business and introducing new lines and all kinds of things. I have so many ideas. So anyway, this business became available, and we inquired to the vendor for more information and signed a non-disclosure document and began looking into it. And the more we kind of walked down that path, because there's so many different steps, the more excited we became, and the more I just felt like it was so right. I just felt like I couldn't imagine not doing it. I just knew it was going to work out. My solicitor asked me at one stage, has there been any other interest in the business? And I told him I didn't know, because I hadn't asked the vendor, because we could do what we could do, and we could do it as fast as we could do it. Like, all of the due diligence and all of the steps that we had to take, we just had to take one step after another, and we had to obviously do it as quickly as we could, but we couldn't rush that process. It was going to take as long as it was going to take. And I just didn't feel like it was going to be helpful to know if anyone else was in the running, because it wouldn't make a difference to what we were doing. We couldn't do it any faster. It was just going to work out how it was going to work out. But I just knew this was the right business for us. And it turned out later that there were hundreds of inquiries in the beginning, and there were quite a few people in the running to buy the business, and she chose us. So that is what has been keeping me so busy for the last 6 weeks or so. Like I said, bank, solicitor, registered valuer, builder, courier services, insurance broker, tradespeople. We're going to be building an office building to house the business, and that is going to go where the stumps have been removed. So I mentioned we have a project planned for there, and I wasn't ready to talk about it yet. That's why, because I wanted to kind of get the business, like actually purchase it, get it running, and then tell you guys about it. So that's what we've been doing. We've been running it for a week now. We brought everything back last Friday and got everything set up and running, and it was pretty stressful in the beginning because we found out that there were some orders that hadn't been shipped for the previous 3 days before we had actually taken over the business, and we didn't have courier services set up yet, and yeah, we had to get that all sorted. It was a bit of a nightmare, but everything's fine now. But those first few days, once we brought the business home, it reminded me so much of when you bring your first baby home. You don't know what you're doing, you are not getting enough sleep, you're kind of, all of your time's taken up with this new baby, and feeding isn't established, and you're not in a routine yet, and you don't necessarily have everything you need, and you can never ever take a break. It doesn't stop. You can't just say, okay, I'm just going to take a break and pick this up again tomorrow. Like, it keeps ticking over, and there's things that you need to do. And that's really what it felt like to me, is we were at home with this newborn trying to find our feet. But we have now. We've got everything up and running and sorted, and there are still things we need to do. We desperately need to order in more stock, and we are busy opening trade accounts with all of the suppliers, and there's a lot going on in the background still. But I feel like we're kind of finding our new normal. So Grant is going to continue working in his current job. We are going to be growing the business in the meantime, and later he'll be coming on board once we've grown it. But we really just want to get it paid off as soon as possible, and he can work on it in the evenings, on some of it, like the admin side, and I'll be running it during the day. So yes, I will have 3 businesses to run, but I'm not planning on stopping vlogging. I still want to keep vlogging. I still want to keep uploading 4 videos a week, which I'm quite proud of myself for continuing to do even through this whole process. And if I can continue to upload 4 videos a week while buying a business and finding my feet with it, then I think I can keep doing it going forward. So the busyness is not going to go away. We just have to find our new normal. And you may be wondering how I'm going to do it all. I am not going to do it all. I already have what I call my fairy godmother coming once a week, which is a cleaner, and it has absolutely been wonderful. She's amazing, and that has been worth every penny. So that is something that I'm not going to have to be doing every week, is cleaning my house, thank goodness. Although I will still be cleaning the guest house in between guests, and then running this business, and then keeping up with my YouTube channel. We are so excited about our business. Like I said, I love the products, and I'm so excited to dip into the products and try the things that we're selling. They're just gorgeous stuff. We have Anika organic makeup, we have Oasis Beauty, just all sorts of things. Caliwood stainless steel straws. I want to get the rose gold ones in. So many beautiful things. A big seller are the salt lamps. We have Himalayan salt lamps in all different sizes. Go and check out the products on the website down below and see all of the lovely goodness that we carry, because I just love the products, and I'm so excited to grow the business. Like I said, adding in new product lines, and I want to perhaps do subscription boxes down the line. I want to put together hampers, and there's just, I have so many ideas, and that is just something that we wanted, is a business that we could both be excited about. And Grant, thank goodness, is excited about all of the back-end stuff that I don't want to be involved in because it's boring. So the data inputting and spreadsheets and accounts and all that kind of stuff, we're both across all of it, but he's quite happy to sit and work on that, and I'm quite happy to let him, and I get to pick orders and look at beautiful products and do all of the fun stuff. So thank you for bearing with me as I was all scatty and distracted and stressed out. I still kind of feel a bit scatty and distracted, but less stressed out now. Although I've got that kind of air hunger thing again. I need to like chill out. I still haven't been to the beach. I haven't had time for that, but I really need to make some time to do that, and just to take a moment. Luckily for me, Jess was here over the weekend. She actually came down last Thursday. I didn't get to see her then because we left really early in the morning. So she came down Thursday for a funeral that was on Friday, which unfortunately I had to miss because we had our settlement date and I needed to be in Auckland. And I'm so grateful to her for staying on through the weekend. So she only left Sunday. So when we got back on Friday, I got to see her. She helped us unload. She helped us put together the shelves. She helped me unpack the stock. She cooked dinner for us. She was amazing. So Jess, if you're watching this, thank you, thank you, thank you. You were an absolute lifesaver. And she kept me sane through all of it. Having a witness there helped me be more patient with my family. Otherwise, I think I would have got a bit more snappy than I was. I was trying really hard to be patient. Not just because Jess was there, but because that's who I want to be. But it was really helpful to have her calming, helpful presence there. And when I was getting all stressy, because Grant was on my computer a lot, and every time I needed to do something, he was sitting there and I was getting a bit restless. And Jess took me out into the garden. She's like, come, show me your garden. Let's just walk around. And that really calmed me. So she was just super helpful to have there. So thank you, Jess. You are a lifesaver. Oh, and Grant has been off for, well, he took Thursday and Friday off on leave. But unfortunately, on Thursday, he started to get iritis, which is a recurring problem he has. It's an inflammation of the iris. And it's actually quite dangerous. Like, you can go blind from it. So he's not in a good way. It wasn't clearing up very well over the weekend. He did call the doctor and got a prescription sent through to a pharmacist where we had to stop on the way, and he was taking treatment. He had these like drops that he was doing over the weekend, but it turns out that they aren't very effective drops. He's been to see an ophthalmologist now, and he's been to see a specialist in New Plymouth, and his eye looks awful. It's horrible, and he's been working with that discomfort, but in a way it's kind of been a blessing because he's had the whole week off and part of next week as well. So he can't drive, he can't stare at a computer screen for very long. He's kind of sitting at the computer like this, but he's kind of struggling with that. But he has been around to make decisions, to help unpack stock, and to just, yeah, make the decisions of the business and to be able to talk things over. We need to decide what stock we're ordering and all that kind of thing. I'll call him in and you can have a look at what his eye's looking like now. It's not good at all. Okay, I've called Grant in to sit with me, but he can't even sit and face the window because his eye is so uncomfortable because he's got these drops that dilate his pupil. So it's really uncomfortable in bright light. And look up towards my hand. Can you see the state of it? Tell him what you experienced yesterday.
Well, I get protein drops, but they're not working quick enough, so the ophthalmologist said I need to get an injection in my eye.
A steroid injection in his eye.
It was unpleasant.
I bet.
Luckily he had a big bright light there, and he puts a lot of drops in to numb the eye first, so you can't see the needle. Because that was my main worry, is
actually seeing it coming.
Yeah, he forces the eye open. He puts some sort of plastic there to keep it open, and then that was my main worry. How am I going to see this needle coming to my eye? But you couldn't see anything. It was just white.
Oh my goodness.
But it was pretty sore.
And traumatic.
Yeah, uncomfortable. And obviously that's what's left all that blood there.
Yeah. Okay, you may go.
Thank you.
So that's it for me today. I hope you guys are as excited about our news as we are. We are super stoked, and we are so grateful that the right thing came available at the right time, and it's all worked out beautifully. Law of attraction, I'm telling you, I will make a video about the law of attraction. There's been so many things that that's the only thing I can put it down to is law of attraction. It's just been amazing to see how that has affected this whole process. But that's another video for another day. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.